Welcome to the Kingdom of Light. For decades, the African Cup of Nations, the CAN, has been far more than just a continental tournament. It has been a vibrant, chaotic, and beautiful celebration of passion, rhythm, color, and raw, unadulterated talent. It is the heartbeat of a continent that lives and breathes the beautiful game. But as we turn our gaze toward 2025, the narrative is shifting. The continent is not merely coming together for another iteration of the same tournament. It is witnessing a profound revolution in sports hosting. We are standing on the precipice of a new era, one where African football asserts its global standing with infrastructure that rivals the best in Europe or the Americas. We are about to take you on an exclusive, behind-the-scenes journey inside the meticulous organization of the 35th edition of the CAN. This is not just a story about football matches. It is a story about a nation's ambition. It is the story of Morocco 2025, a tournament that promises to redefine the standards of global sports hosting, shattering old perceptions, and setting a new benchmark for what an African mega-event can look like. From the glittering lights of Tangier to the golden sands of Agadir, every detail has been scrutinized, every stadium reimagined, and every logistical challenge met with a solution rooted in excellence. This is the definitive guide to the most anticipated sporting event of the decade on African soil. Prepare to witness a blend of ancient heritage and futuristic vision that will leave the world breathless. This is the Kingdom of Light. To truly understand where we are going, we must first understand the long and winding road that brought us here. It has been 37 years since the Kingdom of Morocco last hosted this prestigious event in 1988. That tournament, played in a different era with only 8 teams, feels like a lifetime ago. For decades, Moroccan fans have watched from the sidelines as hosts, waiting for their moment to welcome the continent back. The heartbreak of the postponed 2015 edition, where Morocco prioritized public health during the Ebola crisis, left a void that has yearned to be filled. But let me be clear, this long wait was not spent in idleness. It was spent in a state of relentless construction and strategic planning. Morocco didn't just wait for the CAN, they built an ecosystem worthy of it. From hosting the FIFA Club World Cup 3 times, proving they could handle the logistics of global giants like Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, to dominating and conquering the CHAN, the African Nations Championship, back-to-back, Morocco has quietly but undeniably become a continental powerhouse. The Royal Federation, under the guidance of a clear national vision, has invested billions not just in stadiums, but in the very fabric of the sport. The 2025 edition is not merely a return to hosting. It is the culmination of a strategic vision decades in the making, a demonstration of soft power, and a declaration that Morocco is now the undisputed capital of African football infrastructure. It all begins here. The vision for the opening ceremony at the Prince Moulay Abdellah Stadium in Rabat is nothing short of breathtaking, promising to be a spectacle that will be etched in memory for generations. We've received exclusive reports and insider leaks suggesting that the organizing committee is planning a show that rivals the opening of the Olympics. The concept? A seamless fusion of Morocco's 12-century-old history with the cutting edge of futuristic technology. Picture this: the dark Atlantic sky above Rabat, illuminated by thousands of synchronized drones, painting stories of ancient dynasties and modern unity among the stars. On the ground, the rhythmic, hypnotic beats of Gnawa Malams and the thunderous galloping of Tabourida, Fantasia horsemen, will blend with projection mapping that turns the pitch into a living canvas of African art. This ceremony is designed to be more than entertainment. It is a statement of identity. It will tell the story of a Morocco that respects its deep, spiritual roots, while embracing its role as a modern, forward-looking leader. It sets the tone for a tournament that is as much about cultural pride as it is about sporting excellence. The eyes of the world will be fixed on Rabat, and the organizers are preparing a sensory explosion that celebrates the diversity of the continent, while showcasing the unique, mystique-filled hospitality of the kingdom. As Fouzi Lekja, the president of the Royal Moroccan Football Federation, and the high-ranking members of the organizing committee have repeatedly stated, the mandate for this tournament goes far beyond the pitch. The directive from the very highest levels of leadership is clear. This is about welcoming the continent to the Kingdom of Light. The goal is simple yet staggeringly ambitious: to show the world that Africa is ready to host not just a continental cup, but the world. This tournament is explicitly viewed as a litmus test, a proof of concept, and a dress rehearsal for the 2030 FIFA World Cup, which Morocco will co-host. Every decision, from the choice of typography in the branding to the architectural curves of the stadiums, is infused with this vision. The quote you see here isn't just marketing speak. It is the operational philosophy of the entire event. We are not just hosting a tournament, we are showcasing the future of African football. This means erasing the old stereotypes of logistical chaos or subpar facilities and replacing them with a narrative of precision, luxury, and efficiency. It is a vision that sees football as a vehicle for development, diplomacy, and unity. When the first whistle blows, it will signal the triumph of a strategy that places Morocco as the bridge between Africa and Europe, the meeting point of the global south and the industrialized north. The stage is set across 6 iconic cities, each selected with surgical precision to represent the vast diversity of the Moroccan landscape and culture. This is not a tournament confined to one region. It is a national journey. From the wind-swept Mediterranean vibes of the north to the sun-drenched Atlantic horizons of the south, the venues map out a tour of the kingdom's soul. We have Tangier, the gateway to Europe; Rabat, the administrative and royal capital; Casablanca, the chaotic, beating economic heart; Fez, the spiritual and intellectual custodian; Marrakech, the global icon of tourism; and Agadir, the serene coastal jewel. Let's take a closer look at these modern coliseums. Each city brings a unique flavor to the tournament. Tangier offers a cosmopolitan, European flair. Fez brings a deep, labyrinthine sense of history. Marrakech offers the glamour and the nightlife. Agadir brings the relaxation of the resort lifestyle. Casablanca brings the raw, unbridled passion of the ultras culture. And Rabat brings the order and majesty of the state. Organizing a tournament across such distinct geographies presents logistical challenges, but it also offers fans a richness of experience that is unparalleled. You could be watching a match in a cool, rainy climate one day and basking in desert heat the next. This slide represents the geographical backbone of the tournament, a network of cities connected by ambition and infrastructure. First, we head north to Tangier, the Eternal City, the gateway to Africa. Here lies the Ibn Batouta Stadium, named after the greatest traveler in history. Sitting just 14 kilometers from the coast of Spain, this venue has been transformed from a standard multi-purpose ground into a footballing cathedral. The most significant change? The removal of the athletic track. For years, the distance between the stands and the pitch dampened the atmosphere. But now, the pitch has been lowered and the stands extended, increasing the capacity to over 65,000 screaming fans. This creates a Premier League-style atmosphere where the players can hear every chant and feel every emotion from the crowd. Furthermore, Tangier is famous for the Chergi and Levante winds that sweep off the Strait of Gibraltar. To combat this, a massive, state-of-the-art roof has been installed, covering every single seat and ensuring that the wind plays no factor in the quality of the game. The stadium now stands as a giant, watching over the Mediterranean, a symbol of Tangier's resurgence as a global economic hub. Its architecture is modern, sleek, and imposing, reflecting the city's status as the bridge between continents. Hosting matches here carries a symbolic weight. It is where Africa greets the world, and in 2025, it will be the fortress of the North. Moving down the Atlantic coast to the political and administrative capital, Rabat, we arrive at the Prince Moulay Abdellah complex. Forget everything you knew about the old stadium that stood here for decades. That structure, filled with memories but aging, was completely demolished in a bold move to make way for a futuristic masterpiece. The new stadium is the crown jewel of the bid, designed specifically with the responsibility of hosting the final in mind. It has been reimagined from the ground up. Gone is the distant, sprawling layout of the past. The new design features steep, tiered seating that hugs the pitch, creating an intimidating wall of noise for the opposition. Architecturally, the outer shell reflects the City of Light moniker of Rabat, with a facade that glows and shifts colors at night. Inside, the VIP and VVIP facilities are fit for royalty, literally, as this venue will host heads of state from across Africa and the world. It is a stadium that balances the elegance of the capital with the intensity of modern football. The logistical access is flawless, connected directly to the highway and the tramway network. This is where the trophy will be lifted, and the design ensures that the moment will look spectacular from every angle, both for the fans in the stands and the billions watching on television. Then, there is the heartbeat, the chaotic, glorious, deafening pulse of Casablanca, the Mohammed V Stadium, known affectionately and fearfully as the donor, the honor. This is the undisputed temple of passion in African football. While plans are already underway for a massive 115,000-seat stadium outside the city for the 2030 World Cup, the legendary Mohammed V remains the spiritual home for the 2025 CAN. It is hallowed ground, the site of the fiercest derby in the world between Raja and Wydad. For this tournament, the renovations have been surgical but significant. The focus wasn't on changing the soul of the stadium, which is irreplaceable, but on modernizing the experience. We are talking about extensive upgrades to the VIP boxes, the creation of world-class media zones to handle hundreds of journalists, and a complete overhaul of the access control systems to ensure safety in the dense urban center of Marif. The atmosphere here is different. It is heavier, louder, more intense. When the stadium shakes with the chants of the Curva Sud and Curva Nord, it registers on the Richter scale. For the teams that have to play here, it will be the ultimate test of nerve. It is old-school football heritage meeting modern comfort, the place where the noise levels will undoubtedly break records. In the shadow of the snow-capped Atlas Mountains lies the Ochre City, Marrakech. Here stands the Grand Stade de Marrakech, an architectural masterpiece that pays homage to the land it stands on. Unlike the metallic, spaceship-like designs of modern Europe, this stadium is rectangular and earthy, mimicking the ancient ramparts and walls of the old Medina. It feels like a fortress, built from the desert itself. It has hosted the world before, during the 2013 and 2014 FIFA Club World Cups, proving its pedigree on the global stage. For 2025, it remains a favorite for international fans who want to combine the thrill of football with the magic of tourism. The stadium has a capacity of 45,000 and offers some of the best hospitality views in the tournament, with the mountains providing a stunning backdrop to the action on the pitch. Located near the luxury resort districts, it offers a seamless experience for VIP visitors and tourists. The renovations here have focused on sustainability and energy efficiency, as well as upgrading the lighting systems to LED standards for broadcast clarity. It is a venue where the glamour of Marrakech meets the grit of African football, creating a unique vibe that is relaxed yet passionate. Further south, where the Anti-Atlas Mountains crash into the Atlantic Ocean, is Agadir. The Adrar Stadium is perhaps the most unique venue in terms of setting. Adrar means mountain in the Amazigh language, and the stadium is literally dug into the hillside, integrating seamlessly with the landscape. It is an eco-friendly marvel surrounded by the protected Argan biosphere, giving it a distinctly Moroccan identity. The design minimizes the visual impact on the environment while maximizing the natural acoustics of the bowl. For CAN 2025, renovations here have been extensive, particularly focusing on pitch technology to handle the coastal humidity and upgrading the floodlighting systems. Agadir is known for its eternal spring climate, meaning matches played here will likely be in perfect, mild conditions, ideal for high-intensity football. The city itself is a major tourist hub, famous for its surfing and beaches, meaning the vibe around the stadium is laid back and festive. Fans can spend the morning on the beach and the evening watching the continent's best teams. It represents the diversity of the Moroccan hosting portfolio, offering a coastal, relaxed counterpoint to the intensity of Casablanca or the formality of Rabat. And finally, we arrive at the spiritual and intellectual core of the kingdom, Fez. Hosting matches in this city brings a layer of depth and gravitas to the tournament that is unmatched. Fez is the cradle of Moroccan civilization, a city of 1,200 years of history, housing the oldest university in the world. The complex Sportif de Fez has been upgraded to bridge the gap between this ancient heritage and modern sporting requirements. The renovations have focused on the player areas, changing rooms, tunnels, and warm-up zones, bringing them up to the absolute highest international standards. But the real magic of Fez lies in the contrast. Imagine the ultra-modern spectacle of a CAN match, taking place just minutes away from the winding, medieval alleyways of the Medina, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It offers fans a travel experience unlike any other, a chance to step back in time before stepping into the stadium. The football culture in Fez is deep and intellectual, with a passionate local fan base that supports the historic MAS Fez Club. Including Fez in the roster of host cities was a strategic decision to ensure the tournament touched the soul of the country, not just its economic centers. But let's be honest, beautiful stadiums are only half the story. The history of major tournaments is often marred by logistical nightmares, teams arriving late, hotels that are substandard, or transport links that fail. What truly sets Morocco 2025 apart is the obsessive focus on logistics. The organization has rolled out what they are calling elite logistics, a standard of operation usually reserved for the FIFA World Cup or the Olympics. They have studied the challenges of previous editions in Cameroon and Ivory Coast and have implemented a, quote, zero-error policy. This involves a complex web of coordinated transport, security, and accommodation protocols designed to make the movement of 24 teams, thousands of officials, and millions of fans seamless. It is a logistical machine fueled by AI optimization and rigorous stress testing. They are not just managing a tournament, they are managing a temporary city of football. This slide represents the hidden engine of the CAN, the unseen work that ensures the spectacle on the pitch is the only thing the world talks about. From the moment a team touches down to the moment they leave, every second of their journey is calculated, monitored, and optimized for comfort and performance. Listen to this closely, because it is unprecedented in the history of the African Cup of Nations, and perhaps in continental tournaments globally. Morocco has made a bold, binding, quote, 5-star promise. The concept is simple but revolutionary. One team, one palace. In the past, teams often had to share hotels or stay in accommodation that didn't meet elite sporting standards. For 2025, Morocco has guaranteed that every single one of the 24 participating nations will be hosted in their own, dedicated, 5-star luxury establishment. There are no shared hotels, no compromises on privacy, no fighting for conference rooms. Whether you are the defending champion Senegal or a nation making its debut, you will receive the same royal treatment. This includes private chefs versed in the team's specific dietary needs, dedicated nutritional staff, and, crucially, world-class recovery facilities like spas, cryotherapy chambers, and ice baths built right into the hotel infrastructure. This eliminates the need for teams to travel for recovery, maximizing rest. It is a level of respect for the players that sets a new benchmark, acknowledging that to get the best performance on the pitch, you must provide the best environment off it. And when the players step out of those luxury hotels, they don't just go to a local park. They step onto perfection, following the blueprint of the world-famous Mohammed VI Football Academy, which has produced stars like En-Nesyri and Unahi. Over 20 FIFA standard training centers have been prepared across the host cities. These are not just patches of grass. They are scientifically manicured surfaces using the exact same hybrid turf technology as the match venues. This consistency is vital for injury prevention and tactical preparation. Each training center is located within a 20-minute drive of the team hotel, ensuring minimal travel fatigue. They are equipped with private gyms, media centers for press conferences, and tactical briefing rooms. The idea is to create a quote-quote bubble of excellence around each team. By replicating the Academy's high standards nationwide, Morocco is ensuring that the football we see on TV is fast, technical, and flawless. No team will be able to blame the pitch or the facilities for a poor performance. The infrastructure removes all excuses, leaving only pure talent to decide the outcome. For the fans, the experience is equally futuristic and is defined by one game-changing piece of infrastructure, Boraq. Morocco boasts Africa's first and only high-speed train system, a technological marvel that rivals the TGVs of France or the Shinkansens of Japan. This is not just a train. It is a teleportation device for football fans. Imagine the possibilities. You can watch a match in Tangier at 1 p.m., hop on a sleek, double-decker train, hitting speeds of 320 kilometers per hour, and arrive in the heart of Casablanca in just 2 hours and 10 minutes. Plenty of time to grab a coffee and head to the stadium for the evening kickoff. This rail network fundamentally changes the dynamic of the tournament. It shrinks the geography of the country, turning a vast nation into a connected, accessible city. It is environmentally friendly, efficient, and comfortable, moving thousands of fans between host cities without clogging the highways. The stations themselves are architectural landmarks, designed to handle high volumes of traffic with airport-style efficiency. Boraq is the backbone of the fan experience, making a quote-quote multi-city match day a reality for the first time in African history. Getting to Morocco is just as easy as moving around it. The kingdom has positioned itself as the hub of African aviation, with Royal Air Maroc RAM expanding its fleet and routes specifically for this event. The national carrier has ramped up flights to over 80 international destinations, with a specific focus on connecting West and Central African capitals directly to Casablanca, Rabat, and Tangier. Major expansions at Rabat Saleh and Tangier Ibn Batouta airports have increased passenger capacity by millions, creating dedicated fast-track lanes for CAN ticket holders. Furthermore, the diplomatic machinery has been working in overdrive to implement a simplified e-visa system. This means that for thousands of African fans who previously faced bureaucratic hurdles, the doors to the kingdom are now wide open. The message is clear. Marhaba. Welcome. Whether you are coming from Paris, Lagos, Cairo, or New York, the journey to the CAN has been streamlined. This connectivity is vital not just for the tournament, but for the long-term goal of boosting tourism and positioning Casablanca as the primary gateway to the African continent. In a post-pandemic world, And following high-profile cardiac incidents in global football, safety and medical readiness are paramount. Morocco has left nothing to chance. The organizing committee has introduced the, quote, Clinique du Stade, stadium clinic concept. This means every single match venue is essentially equipped with the capabilities of a small, high-tech hospital. We are talking about immediate access to emergency rooms, helipads at major venues for rapid evacuation to university hospitals, and a dense network of ambulances on standby. Crucially, the medical protocol requires defibrillators to be accessible within 2 minutes of any seat in the stadium, not just for players, but for fans too. Partnerships have been signed with the university hospitals in all 6 host cities to ensure dedicated wings for tournament-related care. This infrastructure meets the absolute highest FIFA Centers of Excellence standards. It is a reassurance to the players that their lives are in safe hands, allowing them to play with full commitment, and a promise to the fans that their well-being is the top priority. This tournament isn't just being played, it is being broadcast to the world with a visual fidelity never before seen in an African competition. The organizing committee has confirmed that CAN 2025 will be produced and broadcast in native 4K HDR. This is a massive technical leap. The media tribunes in every stadium have been rewired with high-speed fiber optics to ensure that the feed reaches global broadcasters like beIN Sports, Canal+, and SuperSport without a millisecond of delay. The camera plans include spider cams, drones, and ultra-slow-motion units to capture every bead of sweat, every tactical nuance, and every raw emotion. But it's not just about the match feed. Dedicated mixed zones and flash interview areas have been designed to look like television studios, ensuring that the interviews and viral social media moments look professional and crisp. The goal is to present African football not as a, quote, developing product, but as a premium, top-tier entertainment spectacle. By controlling the visual narrative with such high quality, Morocco ensures that the beauty of the game and the passion of the stands are transmitted faithfully to billions of living rooms globally. Inside the grounds, the fan experience is being driven by a fully digital ecosystem. The days of paper tickets and cash-only concession stands are gone. Morocco 2025 is implementing a 100% paperless e-ticketing system, which not only reduces waste but eliminates black market fraud and speeds up entry at the turnstiles. Once inside, fans will connect to high-density Wi-Fi networks capable of supporting 60,000 concurrent users, a notorious challenge in stadium environments that Morocco has solved with massive telecommunications investment. This allows fans to stream, share, and post in real time, turning every spectator into a broadcaster. A dedicated tournament-specific fan app will provide real-time statistics, replays from different angles, heat maps, and even the ability to order food to your seat in VIP zones. This digital layer enriches the live experience, catering to a younger, tech-savvy generation of football fans who demand connectivity. It creates a smart stadium environment where technology enhances, rather than distracts from, the emotional core of the match. But the energy of the CAN cannot be contained within 4 walls. Outside the stadiums, the party will rage 24/7. The organization has designated massive, secure fan zones in the city centers of every host city. These aren't just parking lots with a screen. They are cultural festivals. Located in iconic spots, like the Corniche in Casablanca or the Boraq Valley in Rabat, these zones will feature giant 8K screens broadcasting every match live. But beyond the football, they will host live music concerts featuring top African artists, culinary villages showcasing the diversity of Moroccan street food, and gaming zones for esports. It creates a festival atmosphere that spills out from the stadiums into the streets, celebrating the unity of African culture. It allows those without tickets to still feel the heartbeat of the tournament, creating a safe, communal space for fans from different nations to mingle, dance, and celebrate. This is where the true memory of the tournament is formed, in the shared smiles and songs of strangers united by the beautiful game. Managing this level of passion and these massive crowds requires absolute precision and a modern approach to security. Drawing from their extensive experience hosting the Club World Cup and high-risk Champions League finals, Morocco is employing a security strategy that is effective yet non-intrusive. The days of heavy-handed policing are being replaced by smart surveillance. AI-powered camera systems will monitor crowd density in real time to prevent overcrowding and identify bottlenecks before they become dangerous. Facial recognition technology at turnstiles ensures that banned individuals cannot enter. Inside the bowl, the security presence relies heavily on trained stewards rather than riot police, keeping the atmosphere friendly and welcoming. The hooligan management protocols are sophisticated, designed to de-escalate tensions rapidly. The promise is a safe, family-friendly environment where women and children can attend matches with total peace of mind. It is a security blanket that is invisible until it is needed, allowing the joy of football to take center stage. Ultimately, Cannes 2025 is an invitation to discover a civilization. It is about more than just 90 minutes of football. It is a sensory journey. Fans traveling to Morocco are invited to sip mint tea on a terrace overlooking a centuries-old Medina, to lose themselves in the aromatic alleys of the souks, and to explore the vast silence of the Sahara dunes. It is an invitation to taste the world-renowned cuisine, the rich tagines, the fluffy couscous, the sweet pastilla. It is about experiencing diafa, the legendary Moroccan hospitality that treats every guest as a gift from God. The tournament schedule is designed to allow for tourism, encouraging fans to visit the UNESCO World Heritage Sites, the blue walls of Chefchaouen, or the waterfalls of Ouzoud between match days. This is cultural diplomacy at its finest. The football brings you here, but the culture keeps you here. Morocco wants every fan to leave not just with memories of goals, but with a piece of the kingdom in their heart. It is important to understand that this infrastructure isn't just built for a month of football and then abandoned. This is not a white elephant project. Morocco is already a global tourism superpower, welcoming over 14.5 million tourists in 2023 alone. The hotels, the highways, the airports, and the service standards are part of a mature, world-class ecosystem that operates year-round. The tournament is simply leveraging this existing strength. The five-star hotels will be filled with tourists the day after the teams leave. The expanded airports will serve the growing business and leisure travel sectors. The Marhaba campaign is a perennial state of mind. This means the logistical risk is minimal because the country is used to handling millions of visitors. For the fan, this translates to a seamless experience. English is widely spoken, credit cards are accepted everywhere, and the service industry is professional and polished. You are visiting a country that knows how to host. This tournament carries a weight that extends 5 years into the future. It is the dress rehearsal for the ultimate dream, the 2030 FIFA World Cup, which Morocco will co-host alongside Spain and Portugal. Every rail line laid, every seat installed, every security protocol tested, and every hotel built for Cannes 2025 is a brick in the foundation of that global event. The world will be watching 2025 to see if Morocco is ready for the big one. This adds a layer of pressure, but also a layer of excellence. The standards being applied now are FIFA World Cup standards because they have to be. The infrastructure has been designed with a 50-year lifespan in mind. By succeeding in 2025, Morocco cements its place not just as an African leader, but as a global sports superpower, capable of sitting at the same table as the biggest nations on Earth. It is a geopolitical masterstroke, using football to accelerate development and international standing.